Hi and welcome back. So this is now our fourth brass lesson that we're up to now. So in our first three brass lessons, what we've learned to do is we've learned all the basic fundamental things we need to do for learning a brass instrument. So we learned how to have the correct posture. So remember, that's the body position. We've learned how to get a nice sound and produce a long sound. So I said about practicing nice long notes. So breathing in through your mouth and blowing the air out fairly strongly so that you can get a lovely smooth sound. We've learnt about pitch and the difference between low and high pitch, and we've talked about the hand signs, which we will be doing in just a minute. And we've also learnt a technique called tonguing as well, haven't we? Where we put the tongue behind the top teeth, and when we make a sound, we use the tongue to produce the notes so they come out really clear. Okay, so it's articulating it really clear, and we make a t sound as we blow. So we're going to be doing all those things, putting them all together, having another go at the buzzing again and the warm-up exercises with the backing track, and then we're going to be having a go at the song Hot Cross Buns today. We're going to be learning our first tune. Okay, so let's get started. So first of all, when we are warming up, a good idea is to make sure that you use your mouthpiece and do a little bit of an exercise on the mouthpiece to get warmed up first. So we're going to recap using our tongue again by doing the rhythms that we've been practicing. So I'm going to buzz a rhythm and you're going to copy that rhythm back. And remember, when you copy it back, try and copy the same pitch. So this is the pitch of the note C that we've learned. This is how it sounds. C, that's how it sounds, the pitch. Can you sing C? See if you can sing that pitch. Good, excellent. So I'm now going to buzz a rhythm, 4 rhythms in total, 4 rhythms, and if you could copy those rhythms back, try and use your tongue. Okay, so behind the teeth, make a t sound like that. Can we just practice going t with our tongue? Good, so we're going to see if we can use the tongue to produce the sounds and repeat what you hear, but obviously if you hear the don't play this one back, then please do sing this, the words back instead of playing it. Okay, listen. Your turn. Well done if you said don't play this one back. Very good if you did, because that's correct. Excellent. Right, okay, so we're going to add a new rhythm in now, and this new rhythm you have to say or sing back the words rain on the green grass, and you can do a little action for the rain. Rain on the green grass if you hear that rhythm. So this is how it sounds. Okay, so if you hear that rhythm, you sing rain on the green grass. So we'll do a few more rhythms just to practice getting the lips vibrating and using that tongue. Good, excellent. So there was rain on the green grass in there, and the last rhythm was also the rhythm you don't copy. That was don't play this one back. So I did put both of the rhythms in there, 2 of the rhythms. Right, so we're now going to move on, and we're just going to recap those 3 notes that we've learned to play and the hand signs that we use to represent those 3 notes. So we've already mentioned the note C being the lowest one, the one we've just been buzzing. Have a listen to how it sounds. So that's the lowest one, and if you can show me the hand sign that we use for that note C. Hopefully you're showing me the hand sign Do. Well done if you are. So Do is the lowest hand sign, represents the lowest of the notes we've learnt, which is C, open. Okay. Then we're going to move up one step higher. So the hand sign then changes to Ray. And what is the note for Ray? It is D. 1 and 3. Okay, with your vowels. 1 and 3 is a D. And this is how it sounds. So holding your instrument with both hands, please. You don't need to do the hand signs. That's just me showing them to you. So when you're playing, you just concentrate on holding your instrument and playing. So can we try the note D now? Your turn to have a go at that note. And then when we go one step higher again, so one note higher in pitch, we raise the elbow here to get the hand sign me. And what note is it for me? It is E. 1 and 2 close to you. The two valves nearest to you. 1 and 2 close to you. Have a listen to how it sounds. So we've got E. And when you sing E, the corners of your mouth do stretch and tighten up a bit more. So can you just sing the note E? Sing it back. That's it. And I want you to now have a go at playing that note. Keep the corners of your lips a little tighter for this sound. So off you go on an E. Ready? Good. So at any point now, if you want to pause the video and practice those 3 notes again, that's absolutely fine. You may even want to try out playing them for as long as you can. Yeah, like we talked about before. So taking in a big breath and holding and sustaining the note for as long as you can. So that's a great thing to do at any point in your practice. It's really good to practice long notes. So it would be a good idea to pause and just have another go at those 3 sounds and make sure that they do go from low to high pitch. Okay, great. Right, so we are now going to do our call and response. So that's copying back what you hear, like we did earlier, with the backing track, starting with note C. Now, the tracks are just going to go straight on, one from the other, without a break. So we're going to start with the first track, which is all on C. So I will play a rhythm and you repeat and copy that back. Then we're going to go on to the next track, which will be C and D. So 2 notes, a combination of those 2. And then on the third track, we'll be doing C, D and E. All 3 notes. So do your very best to copy back. And as I say, if I'm doing the hand signs, you can watch, but please don't try and copy them when you're playing. Just do the valves. Okay. C and D next. That's it. Very good. Well done. So again, at this point, if you would like to stop the track and have another go at that, by all means do so. You can always repeat these over and over again if you want. There's a little bit more practice. Right, so we've practiced our 3 notes, and what we're going to do next is we're just going to recap what those 3 notes look like. So the musical notation that we learned last time. So we're going to have a little look at the language of music. So I'm going to show you now on the cards. Let's see what we can remember from last time. Okay, so we'll start with the first note that we learned to play, this one here. So hopefully you've remembered that this is the C note, and we called it Spaceship C because of the look of the spaceship having a line going through the centre of the note. Okay, so the Spaceship C note doesn't touch the stave. We have the stave here, don't we? The 5 lines with the spaces in between. It doesn't touch the stave. It's a low note, and there's a little gap between the stave and the note. Okay, and you may have remembered the symbol here is the treble clef. So we have the treble clef, we have the stave here, and the note C at the bottom, Spaceship C. Right, here is another note. Can you tell me that one? So this is your D note. Dangly D, we said, didn't we? A little silly name to call it is Dangly D because it dangles underneath the bottom line of the stave. So it's just touching the line of the stave, only just touching it, so it looks like it's just dangling off, doesn't it? So that's your D note, Dangly D. And this one here. And this is your note E. And we said to just call it on the line E because it goes in the middle of the bottom line of the stave. So we've got E on the line E here. We have Dangly D just below the on the line E. And we have the Spaceship C, which is even lower, the lowest one. So we have all the 3 notes there and where they're positioned on the stave. So I'm going to firstly demonstrate the song Hot Cross Buns for you, so you can have a listen to how it sounds with the backing track. So when I play with the backing track, it does repeat more than once. So have a listen and see if you can work out how many times the whole song is played all together. This backing track, you can find it if you want to on the Blackpool Music Service website. Also the music is on there as well for Hot Cross Buns. So if you do want to access the music there and the backing track, if you go onto the Music Service website and go click on the student login tab, and it will come up with a password, and you type in student login to get access to it, and you'll be able to then find the music, the sheet music, and also the backing track if you want to. Now if not, you may even already have the music, and or if not, you can actually just use the backing track that I'm going to play on the video now, and you can actually play along to that. And I'm going to be teaching you by ear as well to start with, so just listen to what I play and listen to all the instructions, and you'll be able to copy what I do as well to help you. Right, so have a listen to the song and see if you can work out how many times you hear it played all together. Right, so I wonder if anybody knew how many times I did play that song all the way through altogether. Right, so it was actually 4 times in total. So I played it twice without a break, and then in the middle there was an instrumental section, so the backing track carried on playing. I had a little rest, and then I played again the song 2 more times. So it was actually 4 times altogether. So you may have noticed that. Well done if you did. Right, so what we're going to do first of all is just have a little practice at the first 3 notes of the song. Now, the first 3 notes of the song is repeated more than once, okay? And I want you to just have a listen at those 3 notes, okay? I'm going to play them for you. Watch and listen. So the words to fit that movement of notes there, that melody, that tune, is Hot Cross Buns. Simply is the title of the song. Okay, so I wonder if anybody has worked out what those notes are. Now, if you're not sure, one thing to do is just have a listen to the pitch and what happens to the pitch. It's 3 notes, and it's the 3 notes we've been learning to play. And listen to the pitch and see what happens. I'll give you a clue. I'll do the hand signs at the same time. So what did you notice about the pitch? So hopefully you noticed that the pitch went from high to low. So we started with a high pitch and it gradually went lower. So those 3 notes you may have worked out are E, D, C. Okay? So well done if you spotted that, and if you had the music in front of you as well, then that will tell you the answer as well, because it's got the notes on there, hasn't it? So the music sheet itself, if you do have it, this is the one that I've been playing from. This is the version that you'll need, okay? I'll just hold it up to a little closer so you can see it. Okay, so what I just played for you there was E, D, C. Now, when we're practicing those 3 notes, and it tells you, doesn't it, what they are called underneath, and it also says above the valves as well. So those numbers are telling you which valves to press down, okay? What I want you to also have a look at is the difference between the first 2 notes and the last note, okay? Now, obviously, we've got E, D, and C, but we've also got, if you look at the head of the note, that's the bit that's positioned on the actual line, or under the line, like we said for the E and the D, or below the stave there. We have a black coloured in note, followed by another black coloured in note, and then a white note here, okay? So those are different types of notes that we see in our music, and these are the main ones, actually, 2 of the main ones you're going to see in your music sheet that you're going to be starting to learn to play. So we have this black coloured in circle here, this is the head of the note here, and there's the stem. So this is called a crotchet. Okay, and we have a white note, like the C note in your Hot Cross Buns is a white note. It's not coloured in the centre there, with the stem on it. So that's a minim. So we have a crotchet and we have a minim. Now you may have never heard of those notes before, in which case that's absolutely fine. But I'm going to just play them again for you, see if you can work out what the difference is with that last note, with the white note. Okay, listen carefully. And if I click the beat as well, listen carefully. I'm hoping that you noticed it's a longer note. It is longer than the other 2 notes. So a way to help us with this is to actually clap the rhythm, okay? And I want you to clap the black note, the crotchet note, as T. We're going to call it T, which is 1 clap or 1 sound on its own. And then we're going to do the white note and call that one cream. And I want you to open up your arms to show that it is longer. When you clap, cream, we're going to show that that is longer. And that one is actually 2 beats long. So it's double the length. Okay, so it's twice as long. So we have T, T, cream. That is our rhythm that we play, okay? So I want you to just see if you can clap that rhythm for me. I'm going to clap it again and then see if you can actually sing it and sing it back and do the clapping. Watch me first. Tea, tea, cream. Your turn. Good, good, good. Well done. Excellent. So if you have a look at your music sheet, or even if you don't have it there, when I was playing that, I was repeating that pattern more than once. So we do actually have to play that again. So we do it twice. Okay, listen. Copy after me. Tea, tea, cream. Tea, tea, cream. Off you go. That's it. Very good. So the top stave of the music is the same rhythm repeating, isn't it? Twice we do the same rhythm. We do tea, tea, cream, tea, tea, cream. Okay? And we've already talked about the notes that we have to play there. So the pitch goes from high to low on E, D and C. So we're going to have a go first. Before we play, I just want you to try your best to sing the notes and to press your valves down. So we're actually going to be fingering the valves as we sing the note names. It's a very good way of practicing the music before we play it. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to sing it first, and then I'd like to have a go at copying it back after me. So I'm going to sing all of that top line and then see if you can sing it back for me and press your valves down as well. Okay, so listen first. E, D, C, E, D, C. Your turn. That's it. Good. Well done. So what we did there is we practiced singing and moving our vowels. Now when you're doing that pattern of E, D, C, when you go from an E to a D, you don't actually need to lift all the valves up. Do you know which valve can stay down when you go from an E to a D? So just try it now. See if you can do it with your valves. You don't have to play, but just practice pressing down valves 1 and 2 for E, and then go to 1 and 3 for D. And you should notice one of your valves can actually stay down, can't it? So it is valve number 1. So when we go from an E to a D, your second valve should come up and your third valve should go down, but your first finger should stay down with your first valve, okay? So it's really good if you can actually switch. It makes it much smoother if you can switch between E and D without lifting up the valves, okay? Right, I'm just going to now play it for you and then see if you can play it back. So we're going to play the 2 patterns of E, D and C, and then I'd like you to try and repeat it on your instrument. Okay, listen first. That's it. Well done. Well done. At any point, if you want to stop the video, as I've said before, and practice that on its own, or practice it a bit slower in your own time and repeat it again, that's absolutely fine. What we're going to try now is we're going to try the second stave, the second line of the music. So if you have a look at that music, if you have it there, if not, you can look at the music sheet that I'm going to show you now. We have different types of notes here, don't we? We have different types of notes. So we already said that the first 3 notes represents hot, cross, buns, and then again hot, cross, buns. Now the words change here. They go 1 a penny, 2 a penny. So we have different types of notes here to play. Okay, and then at the end, hot, cross, buns, it returns back to the same pattern that we played at the start. So we have to play that pattern 3 times in the song. It's very repetitive. We play it more than once. But we do have a different rhythm here, don't we? A different pattern of notes. So we have to do 4 C's and 4 D's. Now these notes here, if I show you the notation for them, they look like this. Yeah, we have 2 notes joined together with like a little bar across the top there. Okay, now the actual name for these they're called quavers. We have 1 quaver here and another quaver there. So we have 2 quavers here. And quavers, we like the name quavers, don't we? Because it reminds us of the nice crisps, the nice cheesy crisps that we all like to eat. So we've got 2 quavers, and we're actually going to call these 2 notes coffee. Okay, because we have 2 sounds or syllables, as you may have learnt before, 2 syllables in the word coffee. So we're going to play 2 sounds, coffee. Okay. Now, because these 2 sounds are joined together, we do actually play them faster. They're only half a beat each. So half a beat for this note, half a beat for this note. How many beats do we have all together? We have half a beat and another half a beat. Hopefully you said 1 beat. And we've already talked about the note that's 1 beat. It is this one, the T is 1 beat, or crotchet is its real name. Yeah, that's 1 beat, isn't it? So we're going to have a go at the coffees now, the quaver notes on your music sheet. So we've got quite a few to play actually there, haven't we? You have to do 4 C's and then 4 D's. Now, in fact, before we do that, let's just have a go at clapping it. So it will go coffee, 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 coffee. And that's the rhythm that fits to 1 a penny, 2 a penny. So if I just clap the coffees, and then if you can respond by copying it straight back for me. Okay, listen. coffee, 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 coffee. That's it, good, well done. So we are going to sing again and press our valves down to the correct notes at this point. So we have to sing 4 C's and then we sing 4 D's. Okay, so I will sing it, and then if you can sing it back and use your valves to copy what I do. Okay, so watch me first. C, 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 D, 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 D. Copy. That's it. Good. Well done. Right, so now that we've practiced singing those notes as well, we're going to have a go at playing them. So I will play them for you. So we play 4 C's and 4 D's. Listen and get ready to copy me straight away. That's it. Well done. Right, and then we're just going to add in the final part of the song, which is the EDC 3-note pattern that we practiced earlier. Okay. Now, when we're doing the last pattern, what we have to do is just go from the D to the E, and it's quite a quick change going from there. So if you just watch me, I'm going to sing all of the second stave, and I just want you to watch carefully with my vowels as well. So it goes C, 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 D, 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 E, D, C. So what we've got to do is try and get from the D, the vowels 1 and 3, to the 1 and 2 for the E, and then it does go back to the D again. So remember what we said, you don't actually need to lift your first finger up. So try your best to switch your other fingers over without lifting up the first finger. So I'm going to sing it to you again, and if you can then repeat it and sing it back and do your vowels, okay? So my turn first. C, 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 D, 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 E, D, C. Goes. That's it, great. So all we've got to do now is just see if we can put all that together and playing that second line on our instruments, and then we'll try the whole song then, okay? Right, so here is line 2. I'm going to play it for you, and then if you could try and copy it back. Great, well done, excellent. So let's see if we can now put all that together. We're going to go from the beginning, play all the way through line 1 and into line 2. So we're going to try and do all that to there. Okay, so I want you just to do your very best with it and play along with me. So we'll play it together and you just try and follow me as you're playing. Try and copy what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to give you a count in. I'll give you 4 counts in. Okay, and then we're going to play through the song together. So get your instrument at the ready now. Hold your instrument up. 1, 2, 3, 4. And hopefully we finished at that same time together. Right, good. And obviously, again, at this point, if you want to stop and go back and do that again, you can do. Right, so what we'll do to finish, we're just going to try it with the backing track, playing it twice, okay, with the backing track, and then you've had a go at playing the whole song then through twice. All right, so we'll do our very best to play it twice and see how you get on. You might find it's a little bit fast for now, which is absolutely fine if you find it's a little bit too quick. If that's the case, then you can always stop and go back and have another practice. But I'm going to put the track on so you can at least have a go and play along as much as you can. All right, so I will play with you again with the backing track. And we're going to play it 2 times, as I say, with no gap. So as soon as you get to the end of the song here, you need to then go straight back to the beginning again. So you get to the final note and the track will then repeat. So I want you to do it all again. So we are going to just play it those 2 times and then I will stop the track there. Right, let's see how we do. So we have an introduction first, and then I'll give you 4 counts in and we're going to play along to the track together. Ready, 1, 2, 3, 4. done. Right, so you've done really, really well. Excellent. What I'm going to do is actually I'm going to continue the track in just a moment, and then I want you to then see if you can play the next 2 playthroughs of it with the track, because as I said, with the track there's actually four playings all together. So I'll put the track on. Now there's a bit of music plays on the track, and then I want you to have a go at playing the song again 2 more times. So I'm not going to play with you this time. Okay, what I will do is I'll show you the hand signs and the valves, but I want you to try and do it yourself. It may even be that you don't need to follow me, and you can use your music sheet and follow that, which is great if you can. Right, so I'm going to play the track now, and we're starting halfway through the music. You don't need to play just yet, and I'll give you a counting so you know when to come in. Okay, get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good, excellent. Right, what I want to do actually just to finish is I'm going to play the track all the way through. I'm not going to play along. What I will do again is I'll just show you the signs and the fingers, and it just then means you've got the whole track there to play along to when you like. You've got the backing track there in case you can't access it, then you've got it on this video to play along to. So you might be finding at the moment that's just a little bit too fast to keep up to, which is absolutely fine. It's just on the video so that when you are ready you can then play along to it. Okay, so by all means go back and practice and go through the valves and do it nice and slow, do it steady. It's always important to practice it slowly first, and then we can speed it up gradually once you've got the pattern and once you've got your fingers and the pitch as well. Okay, so try and do it really slow just to get it really good. Right, so I'm going to play the track all the way through, and this is your opportunity either to play along if you want to, or at another time when you're ready to play along to it. Remember that posture? Here we go. That's it. Well done. Well done, everybody. Right, so just before we finish today's session, we're just going to recap those new notes that we did, the note lengths, or the note values as we would say, okay? So how long we have to count in music. So we do say the number of beats that we have to count for each note. So the note head here, the little black blob, if you like, of the note, with the stem on it. So if it looks like this, it's a black coloured in circle with a stem. That one is called the crotchet. Now, do you remember what we called it today? And we clapped it and gave it a name, didn't we? We called it T, okay? There's just one sound, isn't there? Or one syllable in the word T, so it's worth one beat for this note. Right, now let's have a look at the other notes that we did. We did this one. Now, the note head here is not coloured in black, so we can say it's a white note with a stem. And its proper musical name is a minim. And do you remember what we called it? We called it cream, because we sustain and hold the note longer. We hold it for a count of 2, for 2 beats. It is twice as long as the crotchet. Yeah, it's double the length. So this one lasts for 2 beats. And we also did today these 2 that are joined together. So the crisps, that's a clue. Those crisps that you might like to eat, those cheesy crisps, are called quavers. So we have 2 quavers here, and each quaver is worth half a beat. So when we play them a little faster, play them quicker. So we have coffee for these. And remember we said in the word coffee there are 2 syllables, so coffee to represent the 2 sounds that we play there. Okay, right, so I really hope that's helped today for you learning your first song, Hot Cross Buns. And next time I see you, we'll be learning a new song. If you do obviously want to practice playing along to the backing track, as I say, you've got it on the video to go back to, or you can have a look on the Blackpool Music Service website under student login. Click on student login, password is student login, and have a look on there, and you can find on there backing tracks for the music, so Hot Cross Buns backing track, and also the sheet music will be there as well for you to have a look at. Okay, right, thank you, well done everybody, see you again very soon.